Brooklyn fragrance lover. Brooklyn fragrance lover.
So, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover and Redolessence in a tuxedo. What's up with that?
What is going on? What's the occasion?
It was the Fragrance Foundation Awards 2017 this evening at Lincoln Center, and
Yeah.
I had so much fun. My first time. It was your second time.
It was such an improvement this year over last year. Last year was absolutely amazing, don't get me wrong, but this year was just so many people there, so many, I don't want to call them attractions, but there was the photo thing that we did.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. There was so much to do.
And a lot of beautiful people, a lot of great smelling people. I actually smelled Baccarat Rouge 3 times in the course of the night, from the lobby to inside the theater, and on the way out, I smelled it 3 times tonight.
Wow.
So there are not going to be many more times where we are both in a tuxedo, and I said,
True.
Steven, I know this is late, your wife is going to kill me, but can we please shoot a top 12 formal occasion video?
And it's a top 12 and not a top 10 because we really couldn't make up our minds. We
And,
had so many options and we didn't want to exclude anything.
And I'm new to the top thing, and my first one was a top 12, so why not make my second one a top 12?
Yeah, let's be consistent.
Here we are.
All
You
right,
smell
great.
fabulous tonight.
Thank you so much. Should we start with those, our scents of the day, or should we do it in the prescribed order that we had before?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we'll mention it as we get to it.
Cool.
All right, great. You want me to be the first one to mention one?
Go for it, my
All right,
friend.
fine. I'll take the helm. So one that I would really like to mention, I know I've talked about this a lot in my videos before, but this one is by Histoire de Parfum, and it's called 1725. It has a lot of sort of, it has some citrus notes in here like bergamot, but it's mostly lavender. And it gives off a powdery vibe. A lot of people compare it to like Christensen New York or Invasion Barbar by Parfum MDCI. And there's just something so classy and gentlemanly about it. So for that reason, it's one of my favorite formal scents.
Absolutely. You guys know I love Tom Ford,
Oh, wow.
and a top list would not be a top list without a Tom Ford private blend. Oud wood, just
Yep.
fantastic to me. Not overly oudy, very, very smooth,
Yeah.
and I call it one of the most wearable ouds on the market. In my
I love
opinion.
that. I love that description, yeah. I think for those of you who are afraid of oud, definitely check this one out. And there's also like a creaminess about it that
Yes.
I really like. Yeah, love it.
Love, love, love.
So the one that I'm gonna mention next is, I've had this for so many years now, and it has lemon in here, it has a bit of cardamom, so there's like a spicy quality about it. And I think it's the spicy nature that makes me like it so much and makes me think that, oh, this is more of a formal scent. So by Chanel, it's called Pomme Monsieur Concentré. Great, great scent. I don't know if they still make it though.
I believe that maybe discontinued.
Yeah.
That was one of the first varieties of it, but a classic men's gentlemanly scent for sure, for sure, for sure. I used to own it, but I moved it on. But definitely top notch
Yeah,
for this category, at least.
really great stuff.
And
haven't
very
worn it.
Chanel, you know.
It is very Chanel. It's what you would come to expect from the brand. Jacques Polge, I think, is this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. What do you have next?
Moving right along.
Oh.
Nasomato Pardon. This is just
Wow.
chocolatey, over the top goodness.
Oh my God, it is.
I think it stands on its own. It doesn't smell like any other things.
Right.
And despite it being chocolatey and a gourmand of a sort, it just smells fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. It garners compliments for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wore it to a Christmas party one year. Actually, 2 years in a row, I wore it to the same Christmas party. And there was just something about the floral component, that magnolia with the patchouli, and it just really stood out. And I did get a few compliments, so I love Pardon.
So you don't get much chocolate in this?
I do.
I do.
Yeah, it's like that chocolatey patchouli, and it has a really good vibe to it.
With a little floral undertone. Excellent.
Very nicely executed. So I have a story to share about this next one, and I think it's almost like I don't want to call it a coming of age, but it's like I wasn't crazy about it initially, and then it began to grow on me. This one is, of course, Terre by Hermes. And I just have to give a very quick shout out to Ed, who is a fellow YouTube fragrance reviewer. He has a channel named Frunkinator, not really active anymore, but he was talking in one of his videos about how he wasn't really a fan. Maybe he said this to me in person. I don't even remember now. But he was talking about how he wasn't a fan of Terre d'Hermes, and then he smelled it one day on somebody who was wearing like a really sharp suit. And he goes, oh, that's how that fragrance is supposed to work. Like he finally understood the scent. And that's sort of what inspired me to wear it one day when I was really dressed up, and I felt my ring. I felt great wearing it. So for that reason, I'm gonna say Terre d'Hermes.
Can I add a story on that one?
Please.
I owned the bottle, wore it, enjoyed it, didn't overly love it for whatever reason, but I enjoyed it. One day I'm at work. That's how it always works. Customers come in. This Russian man came in the Brooklyn store. He smelled fantastic. And I'm like, what are you wearing?
Yeah.
I had to ask. And he was like, oh, Terre d'Hermes. I was like, snap. I own that. I hope it smells that good on me. So
It probably does to other people.
I just recently picked up the Terre Fraîche, which I plan to review
Oh, it's
soon.
so
and
good.
that's a nice twist on this one.
A bit lighter.
A bit lighter, more summery.
Absolutely. What do you have next for us?
What do I have next? Tom Ford
Strikes
Junkie.
again.
This one right here, I don't ever hear much talk about it, but it's the Tom Ford for Men signature. It's just a simple fragrance, but it smells so gentlemanly and sharp and dressed up to me. The longevity is not that great, unfortunately, but for the 2 to 3 hours that it does project, it smells damn good.
Wow.
This
Wow.
was a big compliment getter at work when I used to wear it. I used to wear it to work.
Okay. I like that one too. You wore it one day when you and I met up with Max.
Yes.
And it smelled really good on you. And as much as I do like this one, for me it has more of like a classic vibe. I don't want to say mature, but like a more of an established scent. And I really like Great Vetiver too. So I think for a formal scent, Great Vetiver is up there. Speaking of vetiver,
I think that this falls in line with the Chanel kind of that gentlemanly, sharp vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Secure vibe.
Highly comparable. So the next one is a bottle that I actually stole from my brother many years ago. And this is my second bottle of it when I heard that they were doing like a new packaging. So I wanted to make sure I picked it up while I still had the chance. This is Gourmand Vetiver. And it's such a wonderful vetiver scent. Not as clean as Mugler Cologne. It's definitely more on the sharp side, but for a well-dressed man in a perfectly tailored suit, like it's a really nice scent. It just speaks formal to me.
It's actually my first time sniffing this. I own Gourmand Vetiver Frozen.
Yeah.
And this smells way better.
Does it? Good.
I don't wear the frozen one.
Oh,
This smells fantastic. Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely not soapy clean and sharp like the Mugler, not at all.
No, different league. And another comparable one is Greylock by Fleur. So that one also has a very similar vibe to this one.
And I do love the Great Vetiver by Tom Ford as well.
Yeah.
And
Narrowing down.
What
One
can
of
I
us had to
say?
do it.
I'm so sorry. It is what it is. I love this masterpiece right here. I love this Creed Aventus. He actually wore it to his wedding, and we almost didn't include it in this video, but I was like, how can we not include your wedding scent on the top 12 formal fragrances video? Come on, dude.
Yeah, he's right.
This just smells great. Everyone loves it. Women loves it. Women loves it. Women love it. Men love it. Everybody loves it. My cats love it. Jean and Claude love it. I just think this is a wonderful fragrance. I love it.
Yeah.
For dress, for formal, it's a beautiful fragrance that I adore.
And when you're dressed up, exactly. And when you're dressed up and you look really nice, you want compliments. It's nice for them to not only compliment you on what you're wearing in terms of like clothes-wise, suit or whatever, but it's also nice to get a compliment on your fragrance. So
your friends will compliment you. Your friends' wives will compliment you.
Yeah, it might get you in trouble.
Yeah, possibly. For sure.
This was my scent of the day today, and it's by the House of Oud, and it's called Cypress Shade. And this is a new acquisition for me, but it's one of the most amazing and most brilliant fragrances that I've ever tried. It actually has the note of mimosa in here, which is a type of flower. And you know me, I only like a few florals.
Right.
But this one is really doing it for me because it smells like almond flour, as in the baking ingredient.
He wore this to the award show tonight. He smelled fantastic. And actually, we took the hot New York City subway train home, and it cut through everything. I still got whiffs of it.
Did you really?
I did.
My nose tuned it out. But I'm glad that you were still able to smell it on me.
That's an interesting bottle. I'm sorry. Were you trying to point out something to me? And
Oh yeah, and they're all...
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I didn't... they're all one of a kind too. These are hand painted from what I remember, and you will never get two identical fragrances. So I think it's pretty cool.
I get like a Fabergé egg type of feel from that bottle.
Yeah, there's a painter in Italy. These are made in Italy, and it does have a Fabergé egg kind of vibe to it.
It's on my hand. I smell like Steven smelled tonight. Good, damn good.
Cool. Thank you for the compliment, man.
So obviously we didn't do. We're doing a top 12, but they're not in any order.
Right.
Perhaps when we wind these all down, maybe we'll pick our top 4 or something.
Okay. Good.
But what I wore tonight to the Fragrance Awards is a new acquisition for me. Was the Lone Prada Intense. I just did a video and I don't think I said intense, so it's intense. Lone Prada Intense. I just loved it. I really, really loved it. I love the original Lone a lot, and this to me was like its older brother, more dressed up. And I'm gonna spray myself again.
Yeah, you did smell good today, man.
I got 3 compliments when I arrived at the awards from
That's
Tiff
amazing.
Benson, from Mary Peltzer, from the Fragrance Foundation. I don't think I got one from you, but somebody else who was with us complimented me. So it worked. It did what I had to do. It worked for a formal occasion, and I loved the way I smelled, and so did others around me.
Yeah, it does smell great. Good one too. I like that a lot more than the original.
You didn't love the original.
I know.
To be honest.
So should I go with this one?
Go with what you want.
All right, I'm gonna go with this one. One of my all-time favorites by one of my favorite perfumers, and it's a nice combination of a Popinax and blackberry, if I'm not mistaken. This one is Jubilation 25 by Amouage, and it was a fragrance that was made to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the brand.
Wow, I didn't know that. I should know that, but
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Thanks for that.
I have the original formulation, as it were, and it's an amazing fragrance. Love it, love it.
This
love
is frankincense royalty. This is
Oh my
an
gosh.
incense lover's dream fragrance. I don't think it works for all occasions, but for dressed up, fine attire, wearing,
Yeah.
that fits perfectly. I love that one.
As a matter of fact, I think that's like the only occasion I would wear it in.
Right.
I like it so much that I would like to wear it casually, ideally, but it just works so well in a shirt and tie, suit and tie.
It's a dream fragrance. And by the way, we collaborated on what would be the choices for this video. So we both either own or know the fragrance. So
Yeah.
it's a mutual collaboration
Yeah, we're on the same
our
page.
taste level here. Valentino Uomo Intense.
Okay.
It's that iris, it's that leather, it's that little cocoa vibe thing going on. I was not a fan of the original. It
Okay.
was a little too light, and it kind of reminded me of Dior Homme a little bit too much. We actually reviewed it together. That was one of the
I
first
remember
reviews
that.
we did together
Yeah.
outside the Creed
Yeah,
boutique.
that's right.
And but this one I absolutely adored and loved. I just reviewed last night the new Aqua version, which him and I will do a further elaboration on that fragrance. But this one I think is superb for dressy occasions.
Perfect for that. Yeah. I like this list.
I do
think
too.
it's-
Hello.
I think it's a wonderful list.
We actually
Good choices,
had a pen, we had a
Carlos.
pen and paper. We thought about this. We were PMing back and forth pre-production to doing this.
Yeah.
So
I didn't want to leave anything out.
well, we kind of wanted to include Bleu de Chanel. To me, that's one of those fragrances. Do you call it an Army Swiss knife fragrance?
Swiss Army knife.
Whatever. There you go. Carlos blooper. See, I'm a walking blooper. I'm a walking blooper. It works for everything. Work, dress up, casual date.
Yeah. Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the end, it got cut out because Steve couldn't find his bottle.
I couldn't find my bottle, that's right. I knew it was somewhere, one of my wine coolers or whatever, and then I saw this one in the process of looking for Bleu de Chanel, and I'm like, man, I love wearing this one for formal occasions, so I ended up axing Bleu de Chanel for this one, but Bleu de Chanel is also great for formal occasions, hands down.
We went to the awards show.
Yeah.
We got something to eat. We took the hot subway to the PATH train. We took the PATH back to New Jersey from New York City, and then we took a cab here, and then he went back to his house to pick up some of the bottles that we needed for this video. I went to the award show with a bag of bottles. Mary had to tell me, like, honey, you are not coming on the red carpet. I'm on the red carpet today.
That's amazing.
So exciting. I'll see a photographers. Look this way. Oh my God. I'm still high from that. But she said, you are not coming on the red carpet with the bag. So she took it from me. So yeah, so it's 12:05. And this is what we do for you guys because we love this so much.
We do.
It's a passion of ours, and I hope it shows in everything that we do. We truly live and breathe fragrance like a couple of fragrance nerds. What was the joke I told you in the car on the way here? I did something and I said, I'm such a nerd.
You get chills down your spine.
Oh! I said, do you ever get chills down your spine talking about a fragrance? And he was like, yep.
Yeah.
I said, we are like so over the top into this. All right, so let's give him a top 5.
All right, so let's do it. I guess I will start this one just because of the experiences that I have with it. Yeah, I love that one. I feel amazing every time I wear it, and I get compliments, so.
This one right here. I just love it.
Okay. All right, definitely this one. Amazing.
Oops.
Not just in the presentation or just the way that it makes me feel, the overall smell. It's just, it has so much going on and it has so much potential.
I'm a little torn here because I want to add this one, but it's probably been on 1,000 different lists of this nature.
Yeah.
I really want to put you in this list, but I'm not this time, okay? I do love it, okay? I'm gonna go with what I wore tonight as well.
Very nice.
It did what I had to do. It was hot today. People smelled me. I could smell myself. So this guy performs for sure, and happy to have it in my top 5.
Good. I love that.
Yes.
Jubilation, yeah. I have to. I'm sorry.
Good call.
Thank you. Yeah, and I've worn a lot of it. You could probably tell.
For a very out there fragrance, that's a lot.
Yeah. It lasts. It's loud, it performs, projects, everything. So I think they're all really solid fragrances. It was hard narrowing it down to even 12, even further down to 5. So it was certainly a Herculean task, but we got it done.
We did.
These are all fragrances that I genuinely love wearing as a formal scenario. You do too. A true testament to that is we wore 2 of them today, and we're dressed as formal as we can get. So
we'd love to hear what you guys consider
Yeah.
great formal fragrances. Definitely let us know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it so much. Take care, and we'll see you at the next top list.
Sounds good. All right.
Take care.
Goodbye, everyone.